Hey, how's it going, everybody? I am at my 7 month mark now, so doing a follow-up. Usually it takes me a few times to record one of these videos. People walk by and look at me weird, or a whole bunch of different things happen, and then I end up pressing pause or cancel and starting it over again. So for like a 5 minute video takes me 40 minutes. This time I am going to do it one take, so if I fumble over my words or sound like an idiot, that's why. So right now I'm in my backyard in a hammock that I put up above my hot tub. The hot tub's closed, but it's nice. Anyway, so 7 months. I got it done in February 2015. It is September, mid-September 2015. So yeah, 7 months. It's slowly still getting thicker. I don't know if this hammock's the best idea. I started swaying back and forth, but I'm gonna give you guys a kind of a scroll back. So there's nothing in in my hair at all except for some minoxidil, which always makes it makes the scalp a little bit red, and then the hair kind of, I don't know, not greasy, but kind of coarse. But yeah, so beginning, I mean, if you look at the earlier videos, I had to do like when I'd cut my hair, I'd use like a 1, just because anything longer it just looked really, really bad. And about this point, I would either have a crazy mad comb over where it's all thin right here, which I wouldn't have done. So I would be completely bicked right now. And I mean, going to Dr. Nader for 2 procedures, this is what I have. Maybe when I put this video up, there will be like a side-by-side picture if I can figure it out on my Mac. I don't know. But yeah, like, so freaking happy. I mean, hair in here is just really thick, still under bright light, like fluorescent lights. You can see in a little bit. I mean, it's not this over here, but it's pretty close. And then again, I had a bald spot back there, and I never did anything other than like the extra things that I take, the finasteride, the biotin, and the minoxidil, and that's what's gotten rid of that. So I mean, that stuff really, really works. Not as well on a receding hairline. That's once your receding hairline starts to go, I mean, you can prevent it from going if you take the extra things. People ask me all the time, saying, you know, I'm just barely starting to go. Should I go see Dr. Nader to just keep, you know, replace what's fallen out? And the answer is no. If your hair is barely starting to go, you do not want to do a procedure. You want to start taking extra things, you know, and that will keep it from falling out. It may even make it a little bit thicker. I mean, my hair has never been this thick in my entire life, and that's just really due. I think maybe one of the biggest things is the biotin. It's hard to say because when I was younger, I took finasteride by itself. Didn't seem to do much. And then I took minoxidil by itself. Didn't seem to do much. And then now that I take minoxidil, finasteride, and biotin together, I mean, my hair's come in a ton. So I'm going to say it's a combination of all three. When I went in for my first procedure, my hair grew in a lot thicker than this time, a lot faster and thicker than it did this time, but less grafts this time. But I think one of the things I did the time before, as I was on those 3 supplements, and then I also took I had a laser comb that I was using religiously, and the minoxidil I use twice a day. Right now I use the minoxidil like 3 times a week. And then also I take, it's called biotin shampoo, I think. You can find, just type in biotin shampoo, you find stuff. Nutriox, I think, is what it's called. In one of my earlier videos, I have a post and I show what it looks like. But between those things, if you're losing hair, it will certainly stop it from falling out. And in many cases, in my case, from like back here, just it's really thick. You can never tell I was balding. And before, when I would walk under surveillance cameras, like when I go into the store or walk into the bank, I would look up and I'd see my head on the monitor, and it was bald spot here, bald spot there. Now when I walk in, number one, people look at me like I'm a scrub because my hair is just so messy, and I look into those things, those monitors, and I'm like, oh my goodness, it looks like Sasquatch or something, because it's just really unkempt. But that's okay. I want unkempt hair. It's been a while since I've had hair, so this way will be fine. Anyway, as always, I apologize for not getting. I don't get onto YouTube maybe once every 2 weeks or once a month now, and I really try to answer all the comments that people post on there. So if I'm not responding to you, eventually I will. As for getting a hold of Dr. Nader, talked about it before. There's a guy who he emailed me a couple times trying to get a hold of Dr. Nader. He went there and did a recording while he sat down with a doctor, and he showed him the emails on his computer, and they're literally, has thousands of unread emails. He says he gets hundreds a day, so it's hard to get a hold of him. But if you, I don't know, look for his post. It's connected to my YouTube channel somewhere, and then he gives you some ideas about how to get a hold of himself, because he says it's just not that easy for him. And he's not a businessman. He's a doctor, and so he can only do so much himself. So good luck, guys. But I think that is all. I will see you on the flip side.